Now, what are some of the key challenges you guys have faced in managing, multi-generational employees? You mentioned, right? Different generation of people, they have certain preferences. So how do you manage them and overcome these challenges? Yeah. Let's see. Who wants to go first? Okay, Shree.
I can take a stab at this. So I think it's more, I've always tried to understand the context, right? What works for different people. And again, I'm not sure if it's because of generation or cultures, but I think one of the things that Sil already pointed out is feedback, right? How frequently the Generation X and millennials might want feedback in comparison to some of the older generation. But putting that aside, I think what has been interesting is the leadership style and how they work together as the team. I think that is something that's been a big focus, because when you look at it, I think now, and having had the pleasure of working in both startups and MNCs, the hierarchical manner in which companies used to work has changed. Right now, they're very flat organizations. You may have a very young boss working with a team of much older folks. And how do you then, again, it goes back to how do you build that relationship with them where they don't feel like, what does he know or she know to advise me? I think it's really, again, it keeps going back to the same point of building trust and rapport. And often in my role, I think I come in to personally coach the leaders as well as speak to the team members, right? A lot of the times, I think leaders, when they come in, depending on wherever their backgrounds is, they might come in with a sense of, I know it best, or I know it better than you. And that might rub people off the wrong way. So again, it's going back to communication and understanding everyone. I think Alvin brought up a point about listening. I would say active listening, really understanding the personality of the people in the team. Sometimes it could be, for example, like myself, I'm an extrovert. I'm relieved to be back and out of the office, but there are people in my team who are like, if I don't need to see you, Shree, I don't need to see you, right? And in cases like that, I've learned to realize that, yeah, that's fine. That's the way they work. And I have to also change my mindset and my style of working to accommodate them. And they have also met me through halfway. There are times where I'm like, if I've not seen someone for 2 weeks, I do tell them, look, I understand this is what you prefer, but I do like to see you once in a while, at least over a video call, right? And then they're like, okay, I have to be direct and honest with them. And they will then say, look, I'm a mom. I have 2 kids running on me all the time, Shree. So yes, I hear you. Let's do that. I will put like an hour aside, maybe a week, and I will turn up to the office, or I will have that video call with the camera on. So I personally believe it's got to do with the multi-generational aspect is really around understanding each other, being that bridge to really learn how to communicate with each other and building the trust and rapport.
Would you say it would be better to always give someone a ring rather than just type in, because it can be misunderstood?
For sure. I mean, I think email has no tone, right? WhatsApp messages has no tone. I could be direct and just be like, hey, what's the update on this? No hi, no hello. That could be my style. That's fine. But the other person might be like, why is Shree being this way? Why no hello, right? And they don't tend to tell you. They might then give a feedback sometime going like, Shree is not building that personal relationship. So I think it's worthwhile putting in that effort to understand how each other's working style is, and just trying to find, it's going to be completely impossible to satisfy everyone, but what is truly authentic to you, and sort of meeting that middle ground. I think that is where I advise my leaders, and that's what I try to do personally as well.